The second question that people ask me is they say, Andre, how do I protect the money I already have? When I first got started, I mentioned an account called an indexed account. An indexed account does two things. I'm going to share with you how it works. When I'm done, you are going to know more than 92% of the population, and you're probably going to ask me this: why didn't somebody teach me about indexed accounts sooner? Why didn't my banker or my broker or my 401k company tell me about an indexed account? Here's what it does. Indexed accounts, number one, they protect your money. They were born, their very first purpose was to guarantee that you could never lose money in your savings, your deferred comp, your IRA, your TSP, your 401k, your 403b. You could never lose money again due to stock market performance. That was its first goal. The second thing that an indexed account does is it allows your money to grow passively according to an index. Most indexes use the S&P 500, so I'm going to give you an example today, and I'm going to show you the difference between an indexed account and the stock market. Do you know that the stock market sometimes goes down? Any year that the stock market goes down, the indexed account gets a 0 because the money is not in the market. The money is sitting on the sideline in that guaranteed bucket, looking to the market to know what to credit interest on a yearly basis. Indexed accounts credit interest one time per year. So in a year where the market goes down 8, the indexed account gets a 0. Sometimes the market goes down 2 years in a row. So that year, let's say it goes down -7, what happens to the indexed account? It gets another 0. Year 2. Is this guy excited that he got 2 years in a row of 0? Most people would say no, he wouldn't be. Until he's at the barbecue talking to Bob and he finds out that Bob lost 15% over these last 2 years. And then he finds out, wow, I am excited that I didn't lose any money. That's expectation or perception. Now the third year stock market goes up. In a year that the market goes up, the indexed account goes up. So that year the indexed account goes up the same as the stock market, the same 8%. The fourth year the stock market goes down. Let's say it goes down -5. What happens to the indexed account? It gets a 0. Any year the market goes down, the indexed account gets a 0. Not only does it get a 0, but it doesn't give back the gain. Indexed accounts never lose principal, and it's like a ratchet. It goes click, 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 and it locks in that up position, and it never loses principal, and it never loses its gains. Fifth year. If you're like me, you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. I thought the same thing. This is what makes it not too good to be true. This fifth year when the stock market goes up, let's say it goes up 16%. The indexed account also goes up. It goes up according to the market, according to an index. That year when the stock market goes up 16, the indexed account also goes up. It only gets some of the upside. Indexed accounts do not get all of the upside that the market gets. If they did, that'd make it too good to be true. If we look back historically for the last 30 years, indexed accounts have lived right around 12 and 13%, which means in a year when the market goes up 16, the indexed account gets 12. I'm going to be conservative. Here's what my clients say. I'd be willing to give up some of that upside to know that I will never lose money again. I had a client who said to me, Andre, it looks good. I mean, your dots and lines are nice, but could you give me a real world example? And he told me this. He said, would you go back to the year 2000? He said to me, I had $100,000 in my stock market account. It was an S&P 500 401k. If I had met you in 2000, if I had put my money into the indexed account instead of the stock market, what would my balance be today? What would that have looked like? So this was 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 2005. 2006 happened to be an up year, he told me, and 2007 was an up year. So what happened in the indexed account? 2006 was an up year, 2007 was an up year. Any year the market goes up, the indexed account goes up. Well, this is 2007. Does anybody remember what happened in 2008? Do you remember? My dad lost 54% of his savings. His money and this client told me that day was, Andre, I started with 100,000, and at the end of 2008, when the stock market had lost 54%, he says, my balance was all the way down to $63,000. He said, what had the indexed account grown to? It had grown to $149,000 at that point with a 12% ceiling. And then I asked him, I said, well, what happened in the indexed account? I'm going to ask you, what happened in the indexed account in 2008? It got a 0. Any year that the market goes down, the indexed account gets a 0. That means that he still had all $149,000. This right here is the number one reason that indexed accounts are the retirement savings instrument of the future. Knowing that you could never lose any of your gains or any of your principal. Now the stock market since then has been going up. He said to me, Andre, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He did tell me 2018 was lost a little bit in 2018. And he said, so what happened in the indexed account during the same time frame? And he told me, he says, it went up, didn't it? That's correct. Any year the market goes up, the indexed account goes up. 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 2018, got a 0, it was a down year. And he said, Andre, my $100,000 today, I was really nervous when I lost this. I was like, am I ever going to be able to retire? Will it come back? And he said it did. It came back. I had 2.5 my money. Today, my account in the stock market is at $245,000. He says, thank goodness. He said, I'm curious. He said, surely, an account that only gets 12%, that doesn't get all of the upside, it must have less money, right, Andre? The indexed account today, same $100,000 in the year 2000, with a 0% floor and a 12% ceiling. You only get the first 12% every year. Right now today has a $337,000 balance because of one reason. Indexed accounts can never lose money. They never lose gain, they never lose principal. And because they never lose money, they never have to make up for loss. Fixed index accounts are the retirement savings instrument of the future. It's for that part of your money that you want to know you never want to lose. We call this SWAN insurance. Sleep well at night. Now the biggest question I get is, Andre, why didn't my broker tell me? Why didn't my banker tell me? Why didn't my 401k guy tell me? Very simple. Did you know that stock market accounts, the way that the banker and the broker makes their money, the 401k guys, they charge us a fee. It's a small number. It's 1 or 2% per year, maybe 3. He said to me, Andre, 1% over 30 years is 30% of my money. I said, I'm sorry, you're right. You're right. He said, but that 1% fee or 2% fee, your money must be in the stock market in order for the company to charge that fee. Because indexed accounts are never in the stock market, there's no management fee. Because there's no management fee, it's simply not in a banker, a broker, or 401k company's best interest to sell them. It's not their model. I'm not anti-stock market. I'm not anti-stock broker. I am, however, pro-safe. For that part of your money that you want to know you could never lose. What my dad said to me in 2008 is, Andre, Everybody should know about indexed accounts. And that's when I understood this idea. If I didn't know this, if he didn't know that, there are millions of people in America that need to know this information, which is why it's being shared. Fixed indexed accounts are no fee-based accounts, and because they're no fee-based accounts, because the money is never in the stock market. Now I have a question. I don't know what's going to happen next in the market. I mean, I know that it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. I don't know when. But if the market goes down again, would you want your money here or would you want your money here? You now know more than 92% of the population does about indexed accounts.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell to get more great content.